guys? It's NautoAce. And of course, like I said, on my part 2 on GranBlue Fantasy Versus release date, I am going to do an update thoughts of the Hong Kong version of the game actually having not only English text but English dub. So what happened, and a lot of people found out, is a lot of the people bought it on the PlayAsia, but as of right now, a lot of people I heard they just downloaded it in the Hong Kong store. And yeah, I got a link in the description box if you want to buy it yourself, but you have to buy some Hong Kong PSN card, money, and a lot of this conversion. If you're good at it, go for it. So a lot of people I saw, they did. Maximilian actually did. Of course, Coefficient, Spooky, and yeah, a lot of people, they just bought the game because, again, I mean, of course they're FGC, so they have to buy the game so they can try it out, play online, and be catching up, at least be par with the Japanese. And even Alex Valley from Level Up bought the game, and he gave his opinion, said, yeah, this 1 month is very, very concerning, that if you don't play it and if you're waiting for the US release, you are going to be in a disadvantage. Again, that's a perspective of competition, the competitors, the tournament players, especially people are participating in Arc World Tour 2020. Myself personally am not. I like to play the game casual. I can wait. I'm not even going to buy it at launch because, first of all, 11 characters for $60. I mean, it had a lot of content, and the backstory with that one is Cygames and Arc System Work, which is the developer there. Cygames are the one in charge of localization, and I'll talk about that later. Said that it makes more sense for this game to be quality over quantity. Yeah, so that is the shocker there. Quality over quantity, because in the case with Smash Brother, well, it is quantity over quality. I mean, to some extent, come on. I like it. Hey, it should be because you're paying $60. However, in the case with GranBlue Fantasy Versus, both sides of the party, Cygames and Arc System Work, did believe quality over quantity. That's what's 11 characters because they're brand new. They were built from the ground up, cost money. That's the reason why they have Season 1 and Season 2 DLC. Yes, of course, it's been confirmed. And again, I did talk about this before with Mortal Kombat 11. Like, why even say DLC character even the game's not out? Or for the $60 game, why do you need to do DLC? Easy. It costs money. They need to recuperate with that one. How do you do it? Add more content, but it got to be paid. It's a compromise. So they can still support the game. Versus, hey, we need money, and you guys gonna have more, longevity. I mean, the same goes with Smash Brothers to some extent. However, in the case with Smash Brothers, you don't need the fighter pass because you already have a lot of characters. It's already 69 or 74 if the Mii fighters and Pokemon train, but whatever, in the base roster. But, for me personally, the reason I bought the Fighter Pass 1, and I am planning to do Fighter Pass 2 as well, I want to support soccer because it's hard work. In the case with Cygames in that one, it's a wait and see. It's a wait and see there. But yeah, it sucks, but in this time of age, especially the technology, the culture of development of games, it's much harder, and that it costs money. So yeah, so it's up to you. Again, like I said, vote with your wallet. So there you go. So with that, like I said before, the Hong Kong version has been confirmed. Not only just have English text, but English dub. So why can they do that also with the American version, the US version, as well Europe and other countries? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of this theory here. First of all, in Japan, Cygames themselves published the game because they're a Japanese company. But I did notice when I went to the PlayStation Store for the Hong Kong version of GranBlue Fantasy, it was published by Sega there, maybe Sega of Asia. Not Sega of Japan, but Sega of Asia. And maybe their perspective is, it's ready, why not release it? And maybe they had a talk with Cygames, because the reason why I say Cygames is on the same article that said that Cygames planning to put dub during the Anime Expo, Cygames themselves also stated, and this is what people kind of missed. Cygames themselves are the one that localizing the game. I know it's weird, like there's Cygame America or USA. I don't think so, but apparently they know how to localize game, so there's a reason. So maybe with the talks with Sega of Asia, they said, okay, it's ready, here's the localization. They don't pay the money, so it's not XSeed. So maybe Cygames just felt like with Sega of Asia, hey, it's a good time to release it the same day as the Japanese. There you go. I mean, it's weird that also English dub. And then in the case with XSeed, it's probably more than ACI. Because, yes, a lot of people thought the reason why March started because of the English dub. Because, like I said, Danny from Cygames with Central Fiction, they had stated that if we put English dub, it'll take longer, like 6 months. And remember, in another video I did, Tokyo March FE for the Wii U, a far-fetched rumor was that Nintendo wanted the game to have English dub. Atlas said, okay, well, it's going to take time because we're still doing Persona 5 and you're going to have to wait. You can't have that window, that 2016 June window. They just said, nah, screw it. So there you go. Same thing. However, in this case, with the done, if the English dub is already done, so what's the deal there? Again, maybe with XSeed, what's the word I'm looking for? The arrangement is that March is the perfect time for XSeed because maybe that's enough time for them to again finish the localization. Maybe the text, maybe it's different than the Asian version. I don't know. Maybe the production of the physical media, it will be done by March 3rd. That's basically they're aiming for. Maybe you can have a lot, and then of course the arrangement with the store, with the retail store, with Best Buy, Amazon, GameStop, maybe Target, who knows, whatever. Again, it ends up, once again, it's a perspective of business. There's a lot of factor there. Am I happy? Of course not. But again, what can you do? Business comes first than anything else. So me personally, like I said before, don't take it personal, is that I'm okay with the March 3rd release. Because I'm a casual, I can wait. And heck, like I said, I'm probably going to wait for a sale. It's probably going to be 6 months, whatever. Just it is what it is. Again, because 11 characters, even for $60, blah, 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 blah. You get the idea there. And like I said, for the competitors, I understand why it's unacceptable for them. And like I said before, another suggestion I could say to anybody in Japan who's making fighting game and you're not going to do a worldwide release, create a competition version, bare bone, like I said, training and online. That's it. For $30 to $40. And maybe you get lucky. Someone's going to double dip. They'll have the competition version and then the real version. Who knows? I'm just throwing it out there. But the bottom line is, it is a business probably. It was more than MCI. Yes, factor, some of it is the English dub and English localization. However, maybe it's the arrangement with the company. XSeed had their own arrangement. Sega of Asia probably have their own. Of course, Cygames, they have their own. So, let me read about who's in charge of who. First of all, Cygames themselves are in charge of the localization and the English dub and funding of the game. Yes, believe it or not, they are in charge of those. They said it themselves. Links in the description box on the article about it. It's from Event Hub also. It was an interview from Anime Expo 2019. They're in charge of the whole shebang. They're in charge of not only Japanese, but also stateside. And each territory have their own publishing they basically appointed. In Asia, I guess in Hong Kong, Sega of Asia. That's it. And of course in Europe, Marvelous. And of course in America, in the US, it's XSeed. Again, you can ask XSeed why is it March 3rd, what's the arrangement, whatever. They're probably not going to tell you because unless you're an editor, gaming editor, or an influencer or whatever, they're probably not going to tell you their secret. They have their reason, whether you like it or not, it is what it is. Same goes probably with Sega of Asia, Marvelous, whatever. So, I don't know what else to say. Yes, the prospective competitor, I understand, kind of sucks, but That's what's happening for me personally. Once again, I know I'm repeating myself, apologies, but it doesn't hurt for me because, I'm not joining Arc Revo, Arc World Tour 2020. Yeah, it would be interesting, but again, XSeed, Cygames, Arc System Work, they're not that big, so they can't do worldwide release. Mori and Daisuke already addressed that they cannot do it unless your name is Namco Bandai, Konami, Capcom, Square Enix, Nintendo, even possible Sony. Not so much with Microsoft because they're American and nobody likes Microsoft in Japan. Yeah. If you those big names, then it's possible to do worldwide release. But anything smaller, Cygames, XSeed, Arc System Work, Axigame, PQ, Media Factor International. Yeah, they'll have a big challenge because they're small. So you gotta be mindful about that one. Not all game companies are created equally. So there you go. Also, I want to add my thoughts on the situation with Marvelous Europe, because they finally revealed the release date on Europe, and sadly it's March the 22nd, so 2 months to some extent from its Japanese release. So again, whoever the Arc System or competitive player, let's just say that want to play this game for EVO or any Arc Revo World Tour, yeah, it's going to be a problem unless you import the game, which most people have done. They either import the Japanese version or the Hong Kong version, which is, again, like I said, it has not only English text but English dub. So the downside also what's happening is that because apparently there's a lot of bad convolution what's going on there, and that Marvelous Europe announced that the premium edition will not be in Europe. So the European version, PAL version, whatever you call it, UK version, yep, they are canceling the premium edition because what's happening, according to Marvelous of Europe, because in order to release a game on March 22nd, they have to stop producing the premium one because I guess it was just taking too long. Localization probably is a little bit challenging there since you gotta deal with other country there like France, Italy, Germany, etc., etc., etc. And I guess doing a premium is probably costing more, not just money, but time. Then it might end up going to April. Yes, there have been a lot of history about games being released there in Europe way later than the US version, which is unfortunate, but again, it is what it is. That's a business. My thoughts about it, it is unfortunate. I don't know what's going on with Marvelous, and again, who to blame here? So in my personal opinion, to some extent, I guess I have to go with, like, in US, mostly XSeed because of their localization procedure. Why is it taking too long? Especially in Marvelous Europe, even way, way worse. And to some extent, partially, Cygames themselves because for choosing them. So was it wrong for Cygames to choose XSeed or Marvelous like that? I don't think so. It's a conscious decision. They thought they were good and this is what happened. Like, they didn't know this is what's going to happen. They could have gone with North America also, but of course, you know what happened? A lot of people don't like them. Yeast 8, that controversy. And lucky thing with Trails of Cold Steel 3, they made it up for it to some extent. Okay, maybe Cygames. That's a possibility. Let's see, who else? I'm trying to think of PQ. Yeah, heck, maybe Sega, because in Hong Kong it's Sega. So it is a possibility, because since you gotta keep in mind that Cygames themselves are funding the game, they're giving the funds to this localization team, XSeed, to translate it to English and especially dub. So they're all mostly in full control. So it is kind of surprising why they chose XSeed. So my perspective for this one is probably that they thought XSeed was good and this is what happened. And, it is. This is what's happening. This is what the result. It is unfortunate, but it is business. That's my thoughts about it. yeah, it's real unfortunate, but we'll see what happens, once all region is released. So yeah, that's my follow-up. Yes, it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So with that, I'll see you guys later.